Hello, everyone, and welcome to the electronic scoreboard for my America's Pastime application. And today is Game 5 of my 2016 World Series replay featuring the uh, visiting Cleveland Indians of 2016 at Wrigley Field against the Chicago Cubs. Just as in real life, the Indians have a 3-1 lead in the series, and this is a must-win game for the Cubbies. So we pick it up in the bottom of the third, and I thought we'd start here because I just rolled a 1 for David Ross, which is very interesting because I think he hit a big home run. Oh, that was in Game 7. Anyway, he hits the home run that gives the Cubs a 1-0 lead. And as a reminder, my America's Pastime baseball application provides the play result number, and that's it. And then you apply it to your APA boards, whether it's the Oz boards, Delaware Valley boards, the official APA boards, whatever boards you have. So this one is a home run over the right field fence per my Delaware Valley boards. Then we have a 27, that's a ground out for the pitcher. And Dexter Fowler will follow with a ground out. Chris Bryant will strike out. Ends the top of the bottom of the third. So Rajay Davis gets into his second column, and he's got a leadoff single. Again, we have dynamic floating pitcher grades here that are built into this application as well. So that is a pop out. I'm going to use my shortcut keys on my keyboard here a little bit, and that's a ball. So ball 2. Another roll 24, that'll be a ground ball, double play to end the Indians' fourth. Leadoff walk to Anthony Rizzo. Strikeout for Ben Zobrist. 28 is a ground out with a number 1 fielding shortstop. Runners out at second. So that'll put Addison Russell on first base. And then a 38 is left fielder is a 3. Flyout runner holds. And another flyout for Napoli. Carlos Santana has a foul ball strike. Or a strike. I don't know if it's a foul ball. Second roll. Ground out. Fly out. And that'll be a fly out. David Ross strikes out. And the pitcher gets into his second column. Look at that. John Lester. He was a pretty decent hitter. And he will get a 2-out double for the Cubbies. Dexter Fowler with a 9 against the C. And that is an out to first base. Ground ball. Top of the 6th. Leadoff single for Brandon Guyer. Roberto Perez gets in his second column. Let's see. Guyer is not fast. Let's see what happens here. It's a single, runner to third. Yes. And the pitcher's up. Let me see what happened in real life here. Trevor Bauer went 4 innings. So we'll have a pinch hitter, and that will be Coco Crisp. Coco Crisp at the plate. It's a fly ball to center field. Center fielder's rating is a 3. We have runners on first and third. 31 fly out, runners hold. Brings up Rajay Davis, and he has a 20. This should be interesting. We're looking at the second baseman, Addison Russell. Fielding column 1, out at first, runners advance. There's a tying run. Is in. So we'll score that run for the Indians. 2 outs an inning. Jason Kipnis up, and he strikes out. Chris Bryant will fly out center field. Anthony Rizzo to left field, and Zobrist grounds out to the shortstop. Francisco Lindor will lead off the 7th with a walk. Mike Napoli against an A will get the runner advanced to second. Oh no, that's a base hit. Infield single. And it's 2 balls, Carlos, and he walks, just like Carlos Santana. Bases loaded, no outs. 33 will be a pop fly out. Another pop fly out to the first baseman. And on 9 will be a strikeout. So after loading the bases, no outs, Lester gets out of the inning. I need to replace Trevor Bauer. I think he stayed in a little longer than he should have. Well, I think the Indians got an extra inning out of Trevor Bauer, but Brian Shaw is on the mound to face Addie Russell, and he will pop it up to third base. And Jason Hayward will ground out to shortstop, and Javi Baez will ground out to second base. Cubs bats have gone cold, and Lester most likely did not go into the 8th inning. No, he went 6, so we'll bring in Slim Jim Carl Edwards at this point. Okay, Carl Edwards is in the yeah, let's see. Coco Crisp. He was a pinch hitter. Hold on. With the score tied in the top of the 8th, Yan Gomes is in the pinch hit now at the pitcher's position, and he strikes out. As does Rajay Davis, and Kipnis grounds out to second base. Corey Kluber's in for Brian Shaw now to face David Ross, and he strikes out. And we have the pitcher's slot. Let's see who will pinch hit. So Miguel Montero will pinch hit in the pitcher's position for the Cubbies, and he flies out to right field. Dexter Fowler with an 18. We will be looking at the shortstop, and he is Lindor's a fielding 1, and he makes the play. It's the ground out. And Francisco Lindor will lead off against, I'm going to take Slim Jim out and enter Aroldis Chapman. Cubbies must win game here. Look at those numbers for Aroldis in 2016 there. So we have a 39, and that is a strike. Let's get another roll here. Fly out to left field for Lindor. Napoli follows with a ball. Another roll. 18, and that'll be a ground out to the shortstop. Addison Russell handles that. Oh, Carlos Santana just connected with one on Aroldis. Gives the Indians a 2-1 lead in the top of the 9th. And then he strikes out Ramirez. Corey Kluber for the save needs 3 outs. 1 strikeout, 2 strikeout of Anthony Rizzo, and 3 ground out. Game over. And the Cleveland Indians have defeated 4 games to 1, winning it in Game 5 at Wrigley Field. There are your final numbers. 2-1 win on a home run from Carlos Santana in the top of the 9th over the Cubs closer, against the Cubs closer, Aroldis Chapman. Boy, that must have tore him up just like it did in Game 7. But luckily in actual Game 7, the Cubbies were able to come back and atone for Chapman giving up 3 runs, or what was it, 2 or 3 runs, to allow Indians to tie the game and send it into extra innings before the rain arrived. So there you have it. Kind of a dramatic ending from Wrigley Field. 2016 Indians win this replay of my 2016 World Series. Win Game 5, score 2-1, and take the series 4 games to 1. Thanks for watching.